We are celebrating a momentous anniversary year in 2013, the 20th anniversary of the merger of Westminster Christian School and Catawba Academy in 1993, and the 40th anniversary of the first graduating class of Catawba Academy in 1973. We rejoice and give thanks to God for His provision and work in the lives of our students over the years. And with our largest graduating class to date in 2013, we celebrate with the many alumni, families, and community members whose vision and care over the past 40 years helped make WCCS the school it is today.
There were four of us originally: Frank Robards, Frank Barnes, Johnny Gill, and myself. What we did to start with, we met, talked about what we could do to get interest in a school like this, and as a result of that, in I guess '68, we were ready to start. We had a little church on John Street that we were allowed to rent. We started off with just first 6 grades, I think.
We were there 2 years on John Street, and every year they added a grade, so every year I was a senior.
I came here after it had been open a year, went over to John Street. In 8th grade, there was a 9th grade class above me, so I was the second class.
My father was on the board, the founding board, and I would have been either 11 or 12 at that time, and I was told that I was going to a new school, Catawba Academy, and it wasn't really as if I had a say in it, but it was kind of exciting and it worked out well.
They bought the property where the Catawba campus is now, and Warren Norman and Olin McKee designed this original building and built it.
Dad knew Mr. Dot Reed, Bill Reed's parents and grandparents, and I think he helped orchestrate either the donation or the sale at a favorable price, I really don't know which, of the land to the school, and that's when it was built.
Go look, coming into the old building, there was a brass plaque with a list of men's names who were involved in the school when the school was founded, when this building was built 3 years into the school's life. And look at the list of names of the men that are there. And look at the list of men's names that have helped shape and form Rock Hill in the last 30 or 40 years. And you'll find a lot of the same names.
Over time, in the late 70s, early 80s, Westminster Presbyterian Church decided to start their own Christian school, Westminster Christian, with a distinct Christian focus.
There were really 3 key men who were involved in forming Westminster Christian School, and that was Bob Butts, who was chairman of the school board when I came here, Charlie Spencer, and Bob Sumner. And it was those 3 men who formed the basis of creating a school that was a truly Christian school.
And in 1993, the 2 schools merged to become what is now called Westminster Catawba Christian School.
Frank Barnes was the major person who was involved with the Catawba School, and I went to Frank and I said, Frank, here's my vision. I really want to see us be able to grow a school, and I know that Catawba, we looked at Catawba for our children when they graduated, but wouldn't it be wonderful if we could really make that part of our Christian school and see how God would grow this through 12 grades.
Frank Barnes, he came to the board and he said, here's what we need to do. We need to merge these schools. And there were those on the Catawba board that didn't want to do it. But it just hit me as one of the smartest things that we could possibly do.
It was a time to evaluate everything. Everything got looked at, everything got scrutinized, it was another time to reinvent the wheel and be sure everything was going to be able to sustain itself.
I was part of the committee that worked with the merger, and it was just a special time to work through that and be able to see a vision for what is now and will continue to be.
At Westminster Catawba Christian School, we strive to witness the transforming power of Christ in an academic setting. We believe that each child should be loved, valued, and respected. Our faculty and staff are professional and credentialed, and our programs are accredited, but most of all, we love the Lord. Our vision at WCCS is to be a vibrant, Christ-centered community celebrating the image of God in every person, nurturing the heart, educating the mind, and inspiring the pursuit of God's unique purpose. Our mission at WCCS is to serve the educational, spiritual, and social needs of our families in our community by developing a biblical worldview through stimulating instruction and creative opportunities.
We want the best quality education that we can have, but we want it done from a biblical world and life view. So our students begin to think biblically. When they go out, they realize how they use their education to the glory of God.
What sets us apart at Westminster Catawba Christian School is our commitment to provide excellent and well-rounded academic education with SAT and ACT scores consistently above national, state, and local averages. Our faculty continue to be known for their individualized attention and instruction. Enhancing our fine arts, athletics, and Excel offerings enable us to develop the gifts and talents of each student. Growing our international student program opens our eyes to the increasingly global world. Technology improvements over the last 4 years advanced instructional capabilities in the classroom. And our passionate commitment to sharing the gospel continues through service projects, biblical instruction, and opportunities to hear and receive the Word. As highlighted this January, when 20 to 30 students came to know Christ through our annual Refuel Conference for middle and high school students.
To not allow faith in is just, to me, a major misstep, a sad misstep, and I think that's where Westminster will really fill a void, as well as provide a quality education. I think the two go hand in hand.
The only way you can explain it is that God was in it, and I believe He's still in it, and I think He's doing great things and will do even greater things.
That same foundation it was founded on and it was built on is still there, and that family feeling is there. I love seeing people in the community that I haven't seen for a while, or knowing that their children are now going and hearing the stories that continue to be what it was years ago, but yet continuing to grow.
It's not for everybody. It's an elective. And it's a sacrifice. But it's an elective and a sacrifice that can change lives.